Ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for you. What I would like you to do for me right now is write for me in the comment section down below, what is the best wrestling show that you've ever seen and why? I want you to tell me what is your favourite ever pay-per-view. It could be a house show that you've been to. It could just be your local wrestling company. I'd like you to tell me your favourite ever show and why. There's a reason for this, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to spend the next X amount of minutes waffling on about, in my opinion, the best wrestling show that there's ever been. For various reasons, I have never once reviewed this show. I was there live, I was in person. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about this Shingo versus Yokosuka 3 from Dragongate UK. Okay. Let's give you some background to this one. This is going to be a long vid, by the way. I've got a lot to talk about on this one, as you can probably imagine. And if you're here because you like seeing me rip things, yeah, not a good place to be at the moment. So, booked my tickets to this show in June, I think it was, 2011. The moment they came out, booked 4 tickets, all right, to see my first live wrestling in years, since 2004, since I went to a Raw taping over here in England. This is the first wrestling I was going to be going to. I was pretty damn pumped up for it. And then a tiny little thing called Future Shock happened. So it wasn't actually the first wrestling I've been to in years. And it actually turned out it was the 3rd wrestling show I went to that year. Not a massive fan of Dragongate. I'm not a massive fan of Japanese wrestling at all, to be honest. I don't have a satisfactory reason for this. I don't have any problem with the commentary. I don't have any problem with the in-ring product, the storylines, anything like that. I just don't watch it. It's strange, that, isn't it? But with that said, I knew it was the hottest ticket of the year. I knew it was going to be a great show. Yeah, believe it or not, 2 of my friends couldn't come of the 4 tickets we bought. I literally, on the day, couldn't give away the tickets. If that happened now, I'm sure, because of the people I have met through British wrestling, that I know would snap up the tickets in a heartbeat. But at the time, I couldn't give them away, believe it or not. It is Saturday, the 22nd of October. It's 2011, and we are live at the stunning Albert Hall in Nottingham. Ladies and gentlemen, I will say this now. This is the best venue I have ever been to for a wrestling show. The acoustics, perfect. The sound on the stage, the speakers, all spot on. 2 little nice entrance ways, yeah. Every single seat in this fucking room has a perfect view of the ring. It is absolutely spot on. I have no idea how big the crowd is, but I tell you on this one, it's not very important, because if there was a few empty seats, the people who were in those in the seats, sorry, more than made up for their lost friends in the noise that they made. Before I go on, I need to say this, yeah. This DVD right here is probably the best looking wrestling DVD I own outside of the WWE. The production values on this DVD are absolutely fecking perfect. The picture is crystal clear, all edited perfectly. The commentary is absolutely spot on, both content and sound level wise. It is fan-bloody-tastic. After getting there and going into the venue and going, oh, this looks nice, isn't it? Chilling at the bar. As you do, the PA crackles over and you hear, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats for the bonus match is about to start. And you sort of look around at your mates and just sort of go, ooh, a bonus match? All right then. So we go upstairs, up back into our seats, and we get a bonus match. And in that, Noam Dar defeating a man that I've never seen before called Daniel Robert in what I can only really call as an exhibition match for Dar. Dar working the leg as is his wont, playing the cocky and arrogant heel along with it. He takes his chewing gum out and hangs it down so it can go in Daniel Robert's mouth and shit like that, mocking his opponent wherever he can. It's not all Noam Dar. Robert gets a really nice sit-out bomb. And there's some really good commentary in this one. As Dar hits a really nice enziguri that hits Robert right on the side of the head. And the commentators play up the fact that, you know, that can mess up your equilibrium, it can mess up your balance. And a moment later, Robert, he doesn't botch per se, but he doesn't get all of a tornado DDT. And then when he goes up top, it takes him forever to get his balance, so that when he goes for the moonsault, he misses because he took so long. That's a nice little touch. Noam gets pissed off at this point, boots him as hard as he can in the chest, and then locks on the champagne super knee bar and gets the tap out victory. It's something ridiculous, like 18 minutes in a bonus match. That match, ladies and gentlemen, is on YouTube. YouTube. I'll post a link to it down below, and you can tell me what you think. And it's one of those matches that you watch it going, that is a sort of a first half main event in any British wrestling show. You'd be fucking saying it's one of the matches of the year, I fucking guarantee it. In our opening contest proper, BB Hulk defeating the Lion Kid in a good opener. I've never seen Lion Kid wrestle anywhere else other than Dragongate UK. I've never gone to British shows for the best part of 3 years. In that time, I've actually been to about 100 shows now, give or take a few. Yeah, I've not seen Lion Kid work any of them, and I've been to Progress down in London, I've been to the XWA up in Morecambe, been everywhere in between. I've never seen him wrestle anywhere else. It's just an odd thing, isn't it? Haven't seen the previous Dragongate DVDs. It's pretty clear that he's far more over this time, though, than he was on the last DVD. So I don't know what he's been doing in between. But yeah, there's a big difference. Nice, crisp mat work from both men leads to a standoff with a kill the emo chant from the crowd. Head scissors by Kid leads to Rana on the outside off the apron. That's really nice. He puts on a surfboard stretch. Hulk escapes and hits a nice dropkick, followed by a lovely standing shooting star press that gets 2. He locks on a nasty ass submission. It's very hard to actually describe exactly what it is. So I've got written down a nasty ass submission move, but then kicks Kid clean in the face. He kicks Kid in the back various times and locks on a single leg crab, which he then turns into an STF. Lovely, lovely, lovely. After Kid gets to the ropes, Hulk boots Kid, but the Kid rolls up, if you can believe that. He's going, rah! So every time he hits a kick, rah, and a massive insecurity to the kick to Lion Kid's head. Rah! Nothing at all. Very French sort of. Very entertaining stuff even. Kid gets 2 off a final cut, then hits a springboard dropkick, hits a suicide dive, right? This is the only botch of the entire show. As he goes through the ropes, his feet just happen to catch on the middle rope. So instead of going like that, he sort of goes, mip, beep, and you think, Jesus Christ, he's just come down on his face. But he's all right. That's the only one of the entire show. Can you believe that shit? Kid gets 2 off a crossbody, which makes Hulk mad. He unleashes a series of kicks and a beautiful screw press. Evio gets 2 for Hulk. He gets up top where Kid hits a sweet Rana. He gets 2 off a really nice crucifix. No, he doesn't. Gets fair. Goes up top where Kid hits a sweet Rana, then gets 2 off a cradle. I'm getting my matches confused, believe it or not. German gets 2 for Kid, and another Evio gets 2 for Hulk, and then a massive kick to the side of the face gets the win for Hulk. Really good opener, decent length, some really nice technical stuff at the start, some nice high flying to get the crowd into it. We can ignore that one little botch, because like I say, it's the only one. Good stuff from both men. Next, Akira Tazawa defeating Naoki Tanizaki. I hope I've said that right. One of my big things about Japanese wrestling, I really do get the names wrong quite a lot, don't I? A good match. Interesting dynamic here. Both these two men are in the Blood Warrior stable over in Dragongate. I think this happens every year, but there's just 1 or 2 stables, and like the whole company's involved. So you've got the Junction 3 and the Blood Warriors going on this time. These two men both represent the Blood Warriors faction. Now, this was meant to be a 3-way match. Gamma was meant to be in this. Gamma was announced for the tag match we'll talk about later on, so it just leaves these 2. Thing is, I don't know what you're expecting when 2 heels come out, but Tanizaki whacks Akira Tazawa in the face. And I promise you, I can remember what happens next, word for word, because it was just one of those awesome moments I've ever seen. Tazawa, I don't need anything written here for this bit. Anyway, Tazawa gets on the mic and goes, I just got bitch slapped. That's a bullshit. Tonight, I hate Tanizaki. Tonight, I fight for UK. That's not his accent. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with accents. And literally, to a man, myself included, sort of goes, hey! Easiest babyface turn in the history of the world. Akira Tazawa, ladies and gentlemen, he will be wrestling as a babyface for the night. And why not? Beats to start. Do you know what I mean when I say beats? Beats is a chop fest. Beats is a slugfest. I'll refer to beats later on, I'm sure, many times in this vid. That's what I mean when I'm referring to beats. Okay, so beats to start. All kinds of beats. A senton gets 2 footers out. He works the arm and then bails when Tanizaki tries to kick him. He gets in, but Naoki boots the ropes, so the rope goes into his bollocks and then grabs the ropes and bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Absolutely fantastic. He gains control. he tells the ref, sorry, that the fans are dissing him, and tells the referee to go and tell him off. So you got Chris Roberts, the referee, ducking through the middle and top rope, yeah? And while he's doing that, of course, Tazaki's got a bit of rope and is choking Tazawa out of there. I don't think heels do that enough these days. I really like heels who cheat, and who clearly cheat. You know, there's no fucking around. This guy is cheating. He's not trying to be a cool heel. He's trying to be an arsehole. And that's what a heel should be, surely. Anyway, yeah, after more cheating using his clothes to choke Tazawa, they have a chop contest. Then Tazawa gets a Yokosuka kick and then hits a fucking superb pair of suicide dives. He follows with an amazing back suplex for 2, and then he wants the German. Tazaki counters, and they both hit massive kicks. Tazawa gets a run and a massive Shining Wizards. Beats leads to a Shining Wizard for Tazaki, which gets 2. Implant pile driver gets 2. Oh my god, for Tazaki. He tries for another pile driver, but Tazawa hits a fucking superb Yokosuka kick, sorry. A release German suplex, a deadlift German suplex. That's his normal finishing move. That only gets 2, because why not? So he hits a trapping German suplex. That gets the win. That gets a standing ovation from this crowd, myself included. Tazawa completes the picture perfectly, yeah, by getting on the mic and saying, "I hate the UK," giving us all the finger and fucking off. Ha ha ha! Sue fucking perv. And speaking of which, Masato Yoshino even defeating Naruki Doi in a superb match. Yoshino focuses on the arm of Doi from the start, winding up a shocking 8 down. You know what I mean? The twist in the arm round, does it 8 times. Each time the crowd, of course, going along with the joke, like, "You evil motherfucker. You're just making it, you're just taking the piss now. 4 or 5 times maybe, but 8, come on." He then stomps and kicks on the arm, which leads to a beautiful seated abdominal stretch. Doi gets a dropkick and shakes out the arm, which makes me a happy chappy. He gets a suplex, sells the arm, hits a cannonball into a corner, sells the arm. And he does this Healy smile after every move he does. He gets all, and it's so annoying. It's fucking brilliant. Neckbreaker gets 2 for Doi, as does a somersault senton. Octopus stretch by Yoshino. Doi uses the ref to stop a charge, then drop kicks Yoshino before hitting another somersault senton. This one to the back, tarantula, and a missile drop kick get 2 for Yoshino. A dragon suplex, ladies and gentlemen, gets 2 for Doi, who sells the arm afterwards. Ah. Beats leads to a sweet neckbreaker by Yoshino, but a roll-up gets 2 for Doi. Double stomp to the arm by Yoshino. Happy days. Doi gets a nice facebuster and a massive kick gets 2. They both attempt their finishes, but Doi's lightning spiral puts them both down. Oh, I'm going to say this wrong. Sol Nakante by Yoshino it's a trapping arm bar, and that gets a verbal submission. Really good match. Love the fucking psychology. All on the arm. Finishing move gets the win on the arm. Happy fucking days. You know I'm gonna love this. One issue, just a tiny one. And what I think this is that because Tazawa was so goddamn charismatic in the last match, the crowd were a bit flat for this one. So if it'd been me booking this one, I would have had these 2 matches the other way around. Of course, that's the benefit of hindsight. The bookers couldn't have known that Tazawa, who of course was meant to be in a 3-way match, surely couldn't have known just how much we would have taken him to our hearts just by saying, "That's a bullshit." It's fantastic. Fantastic. After the intermission, where I bought myself a Dragongate UK t-shirt, went to the toilet and put it on immediately. Shima and Gamma defeating Marty Skrull and Mark Haskins in a really good tag match. So Dragongate has a lose 5 straight matches and you're out of their policy. So Shima here on 0 and 4 for 4 losses. If he loses this match, he is out of the company. Okay, he's got a mystery partner. It's announced at a press conference the day before, I think it was, or it might have even been that afternoon, that his tag team partner is Gamma. And that's that. So, I don't like Marty Skrull very much. I need to say that just while I've got a chance. I think he's a good wrestler. He's good at what he does. I just don't like his character. You know, I've seen him in too many places wrestling as a babyface, and his character just screams, "I'm a dickhead." So it just want to boo him. And of course, my friend Sai can't stand the guy, so that probably doesn't help. Brawl around the ring to start, including a nice suicide dive by Party Marty. After some nice double teaming by Team UK, we get some nice double teaming by the Japs and some by the Japanese by Team Japan. For fuck's sake, come on, Mark. Then Shima takes control on Haskins. Team UK are able to lock on a nice double camel clutch, if you can believe such a thing. It's very, very nice. It's not two guys doing the camel clutch on one guy. It's two guys both bent round like that. So legs, bent round. It looks really, really pretty. The heels isolate Haskins again, including Gamma dripping water from his mouth into Haskins' mouth. Pure, unbridled evil. Beautiful kneeling figure four leg block by Shima as Gamma spits in Haskins' mouth during a "you sick fuck" chant, and quite rightly deserved. Stereo drop kicks to the chest of Haskins looks stunning. Haskins gets an indie cross body and gets a lukewarm tag to Marty. Crowd don't really give a shit about him. I'm one of the people who cleans house with a flapjack DDT combo and insecurity on Gamma, followed by a discus elbow. He survives two lariats from Gamma and then hits one of his own for two. Perfect driver on Haskins, get two for Shima in an amazing spot. Absolutely stunner of a spot. Gamma has Mark Haskins up in like a razor's edge position. Shima jumps off the top rope, does a double stomp, right? Oh God, there's a lamp there. Gamma turns that into a face buster, brings him down, and Shima, in one motion after the double stomp, drops down and does a backcracker on Marty Scurll, who's propped up in the corner. It looks so good. It's so crisp and perfect. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. This, folks, gets the first "This is awesome" chant. Now, bear in mind, I gave the last match 4 stars. The one before that, 3.5. That sequence is what it took to get a "This is awesome" chant. I've been at British wrestling shows recently, right? I promise you this is the truth. 2 fuck's sake, Mark, 2 minutes into the fucking match, there's a "This is awesome" chant. And you sit there as a fan going, is it though? Is this fucking awesome? That sequence that I've just explained there was, alright? It got a fully and richly deserved "This is awesome" chant. Long blow by Haskins is followed by one into Scurll's legs. That looks really nice. The Brits double team Shima, including a cutter by Haskins. Scurll gets a backbreaker for 2. Haskins goes up top, but here's Gamma with a kendo stick. He uses it. Referee goes, meh, fuck it, why not? Oh God. Gamma hits a tombstone pile driver off Brett's rope, which is fucking ridiculous, and only gets 2. Double super kicks for Scurll, and then stereo coast to coasts. Oh my God, on Scurll. Gamma special and a Meteora gets the win for Shima. Good, long, fun tag match. We'll never know why the referee allowed the kendo stick to be brought in and used, but it made for a better match, so why not? Haskins got the living snot kicked out of him. Oh God, on the night, I marked out so hard for the tombstone off the second rope. I marked out so hard for it. It was at that moment, that was the greatest move I've ever seen live. It was absolutely stunning. Then Blood Warriors and Junction 3 brawl after the match, because why not? Because Gamma represents Junction 3, of course. It's one of those interesting things. So next, Pac. You know him today as Adrian Neville, defeating Dragon Kid in a superb match to retain the Brave Gate Championship. I think that's what it is. The match may be for the belt, but the actual physical belt has been lost by good old British Airways. There's an irony for you. Pac comes out selling the ribs, because last night, on night 1 of this their tour, he fought a war, as it were, with Shingo and got the shit kicked out of him. Comes out selling the ribs. That is a wonderful, wonderful touch. Now, of course, you're going into this match expecting it to be high-flying and flips and shit. So a nice bit of psychology from the very start is very, very good. I will warn you now, my friend Alex, who came to the show, says that this is the best match he has ever seen, all right? And I promise you guys, if you've got any sort of like trust or faith or belief in Mark P and anything he ever says, the next 2 matches should make you go and buy that DVD. I promise you. hand on heart, I'm not working for Dragongate, I'm not working for A Merchandise who do the DVDs. I just want people to see this. If it was up to me, I wouldn't be talking now. I'd just be saying to you guys, listen, just watch and the match would be here. I promise you that would be the case. All right, so this one starts off with some really nice technical wrestling. Pac gets a sweet tilt-a-whirl backbreaker and follows it, right, with one of the biggest moonsaults, if not the biggest moonsault off the top rope to the outside that I've ever seen. The hang time that Pac gets is straight up ridiculous, and he lands on his feet. Oh! Suplex is floated over into a cover, which gets 2 for Pac. Another suplex gets 2, and he goes back to the mat with some body scissors. He then hits a standing shooting star press, which gets 2 because he can. They trade kicks. Pac sells the ribs as he gets up. Why not? He goes for a springboard, but is drop kicked by Kid. Double knee drop by Kid, followed by drop kick to the face for 2. He then puts an inverted Indian deathlock on. That's really, really nice. Double, plus best way to take high flyer is its legs, so good little nice bit of storytelling. Springboard cutter by Pac is straight up gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful move. As is a Northern Light suplex that he does. With a bridge, it gets 2. Octopus stretch by Kid, works the ribs, is eventually countered nicely by Pac, who sells the ribs again. Flip stunner by Kid, only gets 2. Another is countered into a Rana, right? It's countered. Dragon Kid goes for Rana, so Pac, calm as you like, as he's trying to do the spinny bit of the Rana, just dumps him on his back with a powerbomb. Get the fuck down! Beautiful Demon gets 2 for Pac. Oh my god. The best sequence I've ever seen. Alright, check this out. They go up top. It's just so daft. It's so daft. Dragon Kid wants a reverse Rana off the top rope. You can probably imagine that I'm having palpitations just at the thought. But no, basically, he does the move, yeah? Pac, in midair, flips round, lands on his feet, right? He tries to hit, and in one motion this is. It's all in one motion. This whole sequence is one motion. Just think about this. Reverse Rana, right? Counted in midair. Pac lands, tries to do German suplex. In midair, yeah, Kid rolls through, bounces off the ropes, comes off the ropes, and hits a fucking spike DDT. It is fucking incredible. It's breathtaking. I think that Pac is dead because he comes down on his neck like that, and he's just going, oh my god. A satellite spike DDT. It's a tilt-a-whirl tornado DDT. It puts him on the top of your head. You think the ones that Rob Van Dam takes? Oh, no. Nothing on this DDT. The cover only gets 2. The second, that was awesome chant. Or this is awesome chant, sorry. And richly deserved again. Yeah, because you've done a suicide dive at a Brit Rest show, don't start This Is Awesome chant. It's ridiculous. Oh, it pisses me off something wrong. Don't do it. Sweet Rana by Kid gets 2. They go up top where Pac hits a moonsault slam. Why not? He wants the inverted 450, but Kid misses. Pac sells the ribs well as he gets up. Crucifix bomb gets 2 for Kid. Jumping tombstone pile driver by Pac. Doesn't do a cover, because why would he? That's just a set-up move for the British Airways that gets the 3. Standing ovation from the crowd, as you can probably imagine. It's just stellar. It is just stellar. And I mean, if that had been the main event, you would have gone home happy, all right? You would have gone home seeing a great show with a stunner of a main event, an absolute stunner of a main event. But there's still more. There was some nice, really nice storytelling in there as well. I mean, it really is. I mean, if you wanted to go the whole beans, if you wanted to give this one the full works, I promise I wouldn't object at all. The reason I don't give it the full beans is because of this main event. I promise you, this main event. I've got written on my notes here, listen to this. Shingo defeating Yokosuka in a fucking perfect match. How does that one sound? I'll go through this one verbatim even, whatever it's called, because this is fucking silly. This match is so fucking daft. Promise, there is no words that I can do. There are no superlatives in the English language that I can give this match. It's that good. If you're sat there thinking, Jesus Christ, Mark, you bigged it up something wrong, this best be good, go watch. Go, if you, like I said a moment ago, any faith, in my opinion, watch this DVD and tell me I'm wrong. And tell me I'm wrong about this main event. Alrighty then. Shingo starts by trying to twist Yokozuka's face off. Because why wouldn't he? And then kicking him various times in the face, leading to beats. Yokozuka dropkicks the knee and goes straight to work on the knee. With a gory special, he follows by whacking the leg into the ring post. He stays on the leg, stomping it in the corner, and then drop kicking it, and Shingo sells it like an absolute pro. Figure 4 in the middle of the ring, and then a dragon screw on the apron. This makes Shingo mad, so he hits a Death Valley driver on the apron, and as he lands, he sells the leg. And then when they go outside, yeah, he sort of hops down. Just off his arse, he's sat on the apron, he hops down. When his weight connects with the knee, he sells it. He limps around the ring. He grabs fucking Yokosuka, puts him into the corner, and swings that arm into the ring post, and then stretches the arm round the ring post. So you know, there you are. There's your story. There's your psychology right away. One's working the leg, one's working the arm, and the commentators help by pointing out that it's Yokozuka's lariat arm. Happy fucking days. I like that. Beats in the corner. Shingo drops a knee. Drops a knee. You're thinking to yourself, drops a knee, jumps up in the air, comes down on his right knee on Yokosuka's face. But the way he bounces up on his left knee, like it's killing him, is just amazing. He runs across the ring for a lariat. Yokozuka's in the corner. He skips. He can't put any weight on the left foot, so he skips across the ring. And it's one of those things that it's a blink and you miss it. You wouldn't notice it, because he literally, if he takes 4 steps across the ring, yeah, to deliver this lariat, it's the second step that he can't put the weight down. It's such a clever little touch, and I fucking love it. Shingo works the arm, punching a lariat attempt away because he can, then puts on the cross arm breaker. They exchange suplexes. Until Shingo's leg gives out, and they allow Yokozuka to get a suplex. That Shingo sells the leg back, because the thing about it, if you come down as a suplex, your legs are normally bent, aren't they? So of course he sells the leg when he comes down. It's absolutely fucking brilliant. They go up top where Yokozuka gets exploded superplex. Shingo sells the leg when he lands, because it's one of those, look, that hurt my head, but my fucking leg hurts. Another exploder punch Yokozuka on his head. Made in Japan is counted into a triangle choke, where Shingo powers out of it into a powerbomb. It's one of those spots, we've all seen it before, but it's just so good that why not? And when it's done right, it looks fantastic. Oh dear me. Half Nelson suplexes, there's 2 of them, by Yokozuka. Death Valley driver off the top rope, only gets 2, because why not for Shingo? And the crowd at this point are going fucking mental. Dueling chants that are growing with volume in every time that they're chanted. Lariats, ridiculous lariats. Neither man will go down. Shingo sells the leg like a boss again, but you already knew that, didn't you? Headbutts by both men. Beats, ridiculous beats, just straight up hitting the shit out of each other beats. Yokozuka looks like he's completely out of it as he staggers over to Shingo, telling him to bring it. I'm sat watching this. I've seen this DVD 100 times going, why are you doing that? Shingo will smash your fucking head off. Why are you being like that? So yeah, he tells him to bring it, and Shingo does. He absolutely batters him. Lariats, place is going berserk as Shingo kicks out. Oh, I'm yelling myself hoarse. And Mugen only gets 2. Yokozuka cannot believe it. Made in Japan is countered, but Shingo gets a pop-up Death Valley driver and a massive lariat. Made in Japan only gets 2. A second one also only gets 2. You cannot believe that they're kicking out these moves. I am on my feet, yelling my arse off at Shingo. Every time Shingo is covered, I'm shouting at him, kick the fuck out. Every time he hits a move, I'm shouting to Yokozuka to stay down. I'm so emotionally charged in this match. I'm so emotionally invested in these 2 guys that I don't give a fuck about, if I'm honest. But the way they've sucked me in with the psychology and the selling, it's made me thinking that I am already experiencing the greatest thing I've ever seen. Ooh. I lost my shit at that point. That was it. It's the second one is just straight up ridiculous. Shingo selling the knee, obviously. Yokozuka selling the arm. Dueling chants and beats Yokozuka with a huge lariat. That only gets 2. Last falconry on the top, the very top of Yokozuka's head. Finally gets the motherfucking win in at least half an hour of action. The best match I have not only ever seen in person, but the best match I've ever seen in the entire time that I've liked wrestling. In all the time that I've been watching this ridiculous sport, and all the bullshit, and all the good times and that, this is the best match. This is 5 stars. If I could, I'd give it 6. If you don't believe me, trust me. Look how excited I am. I can remember every detail of this match from start to finish. It's the best. It doesn't need any storyline element to it, but it's got one. These two men are one each. It's Shingo versus Yokosuka 3. This is the rubber match. It's fucking incredible. I will finish, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm losing my fucking voice. I've written 3 lines, alright, and I will end on this. How's this sound, ladies and gentlemen? This here is a truly perfect show. Let me tell you, in the last 3 years I've been to over 100, or around about 100 wrestling shows. Right? I've watched countless Raws and pay-per-views and indie promotions and all that jazz. This is still the best show I've ever been to, and I've been a part of some classic shows since I got into British wrestling. This is the best. This is the best. This is the yardstick, ladies and gentlemen, and I am proud as punch to be able to say that this was the best night of my life. How's that one sound, ladies and gentlemen? And breathe. Let me know what your favourite show is down below. If you were by any chance at this show, please tell me. I would genuinely love to know if your opinion is the same as mine, alright? I would love that. I've waffled on for way too long, but that, folks, is the best. Is the best, alright? Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Mark P. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment, hit like, hit subscribe, all the usual jazz. And I'll be back very soon. Take it easy, guys.